Have you ever wondered what bats and cars have in common? Well, unfortunately it's not this guy, not Gotham City either. In this short lesson, we're going to explore the concept of echolocation. How are bats able to fly through pitch-black caves without bumping into anything or each other? How do parking sensors work in a modern car, or other features such as parking assist for the dreaded parallel parking? Bats and cars both use high-frequency sound waves, known as ultrasonic sound waves, for obstacle detection. So how does this all work? Ultrasonic sound waves are emitted at frequencies beyond the range of human hearing. As the bat flies around, it emits short pulses of ultrasonic sound waves. When the sound waves hit an object within the bat's path, such as this butterfly, they bounce back. When the bat receives these reflected signals, it works out how far away the object is based on how long it took to receive the reflection, or echo. Now, parking sensors work effectively in the same way. In this diagram, we have a car reversing into a car park. The driver doesn't want to hit the bollard or pole at the end of the parking spot, so they're helped out by a series of parking sensors that are embedded into the car's back bumper. Like the bat, these sensors emit pulses of ultrasonic sound waves. When they hit the pole, the sensor is reflected back to the car's sensors. As the car gets closer to the pole, the beeping becomes more frequent, alerting the driver that they really do need to stop. So here we have an ultrasonic sensor that can be used for obstacle detection in an Arduino circuit. With the image on the right, you can see that it has 4 pins. So VCC is power, and this is going to be connected to the 5-volt pin on the Arduino. GND is for ground, and we obviously need to ground a circuit to make a closed loop, otherwise it's not going to work. Now trig, I think that's short for trigger. This is going to be an output pin. So we're going to send a signal through this pin out into the environment as a series of very short pulses of ultrasonic sound waves. An echo, that's going to be in reverse, that's going to be the input pin. We're going to read the echo pin to see, do we have any bounce back signal from a potential obstacle or not? Now the diagram on the left shows a trapezium type shape that suggests the range of the ultrasonic sensor. The sensor can't detect obstacles on its immediate left or right. It's got no peripheral vision, if you will, but it can identify if there is an object roughly in front of it. So here we are in our Arduino simulator. You can see that I've got the ultrasonic pin connected through the breadboard to the Arduino. The orange wire connected to pin 11 meets trig pin, and the blue wire connected to pin 10 is for the echo pin. And you can see that's reflected in the first 2 lines of code. Now I've said before that trig was for output because it's going to be used to emit or send ultrasonic sound waves, and echo pin is going to read in any bounce back signal or echo, so that is our input pin. For the purposes of this demonstration, we're going to see how far away is an object through our serial monitor, and this line is simply allowing the communication to occur. Now I've already written the code here just for brevity's sake, but the first thing we need to do is turn off the trig pin just momentarily. We're going to turn it off for 2 microseconds. So digital write which pin, trig pin, and is it high or low, on or off? Off is low. Then it's the same sort of setup, but this time I have set the signal to be high. That means start emitting ultrasonic sound waves. And this time I've also changed the delay to be slightly longer at 10 microseconds. Once that time is up, we're going to turn off the trig pin so it stops emitting those sound waves. We don't need a delay here because I'm happy that once it's off until we come back up to void loop again and start it again, so it'll turn back on at line 17. Now, to read in from the echo pin, I'm going to use a new function. This time it's called pulse in. We've got to send it to two variables, two parameters, just like digital write. We have to say through which pin, and is that going to be on or off. So on means start reading anything coming through the echo pin. And what are we going to do with that reading? We're going to put it into a variable called duration. We're going to use that time in microseconds. How long did it take for the bounce back signal from an obstacle to reach the ultrasonic sensor again? We're going to do a little calculation, and that's effectively going to convert the time in microseconds into a distance, in this case centimetres. Then finally we're going to output it with a little label followed by that number followed by centimetres. And every 500 milliseconds or half a second we're going to display something down here as an update in our serial monitor. So if I run the simulation, you can see I'm getting some numbers come up at regular intervals. Now if I just move this off to the side, click on the ultrasonic sensor, we now see that sort of trapezium area in front of it. So 165 here is the position of this blue-green dot. This is our obstacle. If I move it up really close, you can see it's now registering 21 centimetres. A little bit further away, it's now 53 centimetres. If I go outside of the range, that's just telling us that the ultrasonic sensor probably can't see an object based on that position.